Hi there, let's review. Today our review is called Guess It. So I want you to go ahead and take out your marker board and a marker or a piece of paper. I'm going to give you several clues. Now, as soon as you guess the spelling word that matches my clues, go ahead and write it down. Here's the first clue. This word follows the suffix rule about doubling the consonant before adding a suffix that begins with a vowel. Well, that narrows it down a bit, doesn't it? You can go ahead and look at your word sort on page 22 if that would help you. Listen to clue number 2. The double consonant is the last letter of the alphabet. If you know it, write it down. Last clue, in school you probably have these and tests. Guess it. The answer, quizzes. Do you have that written down? Let's check your answer. Quizzes is spelled Q-U-I-Z-Z-E-S. Evie took 2 quizzes in math this week. We know that in quizzes we had to double the final consonant before adding the suffix. Okay, try to guess this word. This word has a different spelling for the long I sound. It means how high something is or how tall someone is. Guess it. The word is height. Did you write that down? Okay, let's check your answer. Height is spelled H-E-I-G-H-T. The height of our apple tree is now 10 feet tall. This next word follows a suffix rule that says drop the final E before adding a suffix that begins with a vowel. So look at your word sort. Look under the words where you had to drop the final E. Let me give you another clue. It rhymes with the words mowed and flowed. Guess it. It's the word owed. Did you write that down? Owed. Let's check your answer. Owed is spelled O-W-E-D. Now remember, owed follows the rule to drop the final E before adding the suffix. This next word follows the same suffix rule as owed that says drop the final E before adding a suffix that begins with a vowel. Clue number 2, if something is most unusual, you might say it is this. Guess it. Which word? Strangest. Did you write that down? Let's check your answer. Strangest is spelled S-T-R-A-N-G-E-S-T. We heard the strangest noise on top of our roof. Then we saw a squirrel scamper away. This next word follows the suffix rule about doubling the consonant before adding a suffix that begins with a vowel. So look at your word sort, narrow it down to the words where you have to double the final consonant. Clue 2, a cook would do a lot of this in the kitchen. Guess it. Stirring. Do you have that written down? Let's check your answer. Stirring is spelled S-T-I-R-R-I-N-G. The chef was stirring the batter until it was nice and smooth. This word has a suffix added without changing the base word. Tyler did this after he was asked a question. Guess it. What would Tyler do after he was asked a question? He answered the question. Do you have that written down? Let's check your answer. Answered is spelled A-N-S-W-E-R-E-D. Tyler answered the question correctly. This is where we have a base word and we just add the suffix with no change to the base word. This next word rhymes with hired and fired. Now Now here are some synonyms for this word. Synonyms are words that mean the same. Sleepy, worn out, guess it. The word is tired. Do you have that written down? Let's check your spelling. Tired is spelled T-I-R-E-D. Pete was tired after working on the farm all day. Well, great job guessing those words. Now it's time to work on our dictionary skills. Well, what are guide words? Guide words appear at the top of a dictionary page, right? Okay, like right here. Here's our sample dictionary page. Here are the guide words, manager and nectar. They are the first and last entry words on the page. Here our guide words are manager, that's going to be the first entry word on the page. Nectar is our other guide word, that's going to be the last entry word on the page, and there you see it, nectar. All entry words on the page come in alphabetical order between these guide words, between the guide words that are at the top of the page. Okay, let's say that allow and apple are our guide words. Let's look at some words now, and I want you to decide which words would be found on a page between these guide words. Here we have across, allowed, animal, above, another. Now, both of our guide words begin with A. All 5 of our words there in the word bank begin with A too. So, we'll need to look at the second letters, right? Look at the second letter of across. It's a C. Does a cross come between allow and apple in alphabetical order? No, it doesn't. Why not? Because C comes before L in allow. So a cross would not be on this page. All right, look at the word allowed. It begins with A-L. Those are the first 2 letters of our guide word, allow. So what do we need to do? We need to look at the third letter. In allowed, the third letter is an O. In allow, the third letter is an L. So, does allowed come between these guide words? Yes, because O comes after L. So, let's circle the word allowed. What about the word animal? Would it be on this dictionary page? A-N would come between A-L and A-P of our guide words. So yes, it would. Let's circle animal. What about the word above? Would we find it on this dictionary page? No, because B comes before L in allow. The B in above comes before the L in allow. So above would not be on that page. What about another? A-N comes between A-L and A-P. So yes, another would be on this page. So the words allowed, animal, and another would appear on this dictionary page between these guide words allow and apple. Now we want to put them in alphabetical order. So which word would come first? They all begin with A, so you're going to need to look at the second letters. A-L, and then we have the other 2 words are A-N. L comes before N, so allowed would be first, right? Okay, which word would come next? We have A-N-I or A-N-O in another. I comes before O. We're looking at the third letter of each of those words. So animal would come next, and then the word another. There, now we have them in alphabetical order. Now we're going to do something just a little bit different. I want you to look at this page. Okay, we have some guide words here in this yellow-orange color. Our guide words are deny and direct. Okay, here's an entry word, discuss. We need to decide if discuss comes before, between, or after these guide words. What would it be? Well, all the words begin with D. Then the second letter is I. Okay, I comes after E, doesn't it? Oh, here we have in direct, we have an I. So now we're going to need to look at the third letter. Here it's an R. In discuss, it's an S. So does S come before or after R? Comes after, doesn't it? So discuss will come after these guide words. All right, the next one, the entry word is height. Does that come before, between, or after these guide words? Haul and herd. Have to look at H-E-I in height, H-E-R in herd. Comes before herd and after haul, doesn't it? So it's going to come between these guide words. So write height in this column. It comes between these words. Admit. Would you find the word admit before, between, or after these guide words? Adore and album. Admit. We have A-D, and adore has A-D, so we need to look at the third letter. Here it's an M. Here it's an O. M comes before O in the alphabet, doesn't it? So admit would come before these guide words. Okay, now I want you to open your work text. Open to page 25. We're going to continue our dictionary skills as we talk about guide words. This first section, you're going to circle 3 words that would come between the guide words. The guide words here are scroll and tired. Write the circled words in alphabetical order. So just like what we did just a little bit ago, you'll decide if the words come between these guide words. If they do, circle them. And then the 3 words that you have circled, put them in alphabetical order there. And then you're going to write each entry word in the proper column to show where it would be located, before, between, or after the guide words. Okay, so that's like what we just did. So you look at this entry word value, decide if it comes before, between, or after these guide words here. All right, you might have to look at the first, second, even the third letters to determine that. Now, the bottom section, you're going to turn to your spelling dictionary and look at the guide words to help you find each entry word. Write the guide words. So you'll look up the entry word O in your dictionary in the back of your work text. Then, once you locate the word O, you'll write the guide words that are at the top of that page in that space. You can finish this up after our lesson. Remember our fun fact question from last time? Which mountain with a height of over 29,000 feet above sea level is the highest mountain in the world? Mount Everest. But did you know that there's another mountain that is actually taller? It's Mauna Kea in Hawaii. But the base of Mauna Kea is at the bottom of the ocean. Mount Everest is the highest point above sea level, over 29,000 feet above sea level. That's over 5 miles above sea level. Well, do you enjoy hiking or mountain climbing? What do you think it would be like to climb Mount Everest? Wow. Well, here's your assignment now, and I'll see you next time.